The road we're on is paved in Garth.
Come along on the journey
as we explore
Garthology.
Think of it more as a conversation. I like that. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin. Showtime!
Hey everyone, it's Deb.
And I'm Pete.
And I'm Jess.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 11 of the Garthology podcast. Thanks again for checking in with us. For this episode, we have a very special guest with us. For those of you that follow Garth on Twitter, you've probably heard of her, and I'll let her explain why. Darcy Edgell is joining us tonight on Garthology to tell us all about her interaction with Garth. Darcy, tell us all about how you've entered the Garth world.
I've entered the Garth world. Let's see, I was young when I first heard of him. I was probably only like 10 or 11. And then I didn't get to see him actually in concert until I was 16 in 1997. And then I was so nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous about going, but it was in Pittsburgh in 1997. And, it was at the Civic Arena, which is no longer there anymore, but it was way up in the balcony.
We've been there.
It was really high and very scary up there. But I didn't get to see him again until 2014 or 15.
Wow, so that was a big gap.
Yeah. I was young, so I actually won tickets on the radio for that when I saw him in 97.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and then my parents, they didn't really go to a lot of concerts, so I didn't get to see him that much. But then I married my husband in 2004, and I told him, I said, I'm a big Garth fan. When he comes back, I'm going to his shows. But he probably didn't realize how many shows. Yeah. So I saw him. I didn't get to see him again until 2015, and then I've been trying to see him here and there since then.
Yeah, and I know COVID stopped us all from going a couple of times.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of all of you guys that got to see him back in the 90s. I missed out on that. I didn't get to see him until the 2000s when he he had an Opry show for the 80th birthday, and that was the first time I got to see him. So
Wow,
you guys all have me beat there.
Yeah, I think I went to my first one in 97.
I remember seeing him on the HBO special in 97. That was in August, and then I thought, oh, I just want to see him, and then he was in Pittsburgh, and I got to see him like 2 months later. So that was pretty neat.
Yeah, that worked out perfect, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so you reached out to him on Twitter. Had you been in contact with him before that? Or was the Twitter, how did the whole Twitter thing come about?
Well, you know what? I tweeted him back when he first got on the socials. And he tweeted me. He's tweeted me like 3 times, actually, before this whole thing.
Aww.
So that was back in like 2015, like right when he first started getting on Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. So, but then when the pandemic started and he had to start, he canceled everything, and he was doing those the Garth Request Live and all that. That's when I tweeted in, and I told him thank you for doing that. I thanked him and Trisha for doing that, and I always seen him in that Life is Good sweatshirt, and that's how I tweeted in. I asked. I didn't know at the time that it was a clothing company, but I didn't know you could just go online, and I never knew about it. I always seen them in that, and I just asked him where I could get one and if I could have his. And I was joking. I put ha ha after that. I never thought that I would actually get it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That he literally gave you the shirt off his back.
Really, he literally did.
You
Yes.
want this? No problem.
That's amazing. So, for those of you listening who maybe aren't on Twitter, that's exactly what happened. Darcy happened to tweet him for one of his Inside Studio G's, asked him about his sweatshirt, his Life is Good sweatshirt, and jokingly said, where can I get one or can I have yours?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, what was his response? He just sent it to you? Did he reach out to you ahead of time? Did you know?
I didn't know ahead of time, but he answered my question on Studio G, and he said yes, and I was like, what? And he said the deal was I had to send it back in January, like I could have it for 6 months. And he said originally I needed to send it back after Christmas, because it was his, not only his favorite shirt, but it was a gift from the Queen. So I don't blame him. He couldn't just let me have it. So
right.
He said he sent it out to me, and I didn't get it right away. But then when I did get it, it was like 3 weeks maybe after that Studio G, and he said he changed it to his birthday. He said to send it back for his birthday.
And so what was that like, opening that first package? That must have been crazy.
It was crazy. I had been contacted by his people and they told me it was coming, and it was coming by UPS. And of course, the day that I was expecting it, I was at work.
Oh.
Yes, and somebody that was an adult age had to sign for it. And my daughter was home, but they wouldn't let her. We missed the delivery.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was like, oh my God, no. So I had to rush home, and I was able to call UPS, and I was able to go get it.
Oh, good.
Oh my God.
I'd have called in sick or quit. I'd be like, sorry guys, can't come in today.
So, and then I get there, and the UPS, there was nobody there. And I'm looking around, and I looked over, and there was a box, and I saw with my name on it, and I grabbed it.
Oh my gosh. They left it sitting outside?
Yeah, it was just laying there, like there was nobody around.
No way. That's crazy.
Oh, that is crazy.
I had it in my hand, and I'm going out, and my husband's like, well, did you tell anybody that you got it? And I said, well, there's nobody to tell. I have it. So I looked over, like, across the building, and there was somebody walking out finally. And I said, who knows? Somebody who could have picked that up and took it, because there was nobody in there.
Right, and since you were supposed to send it back, you'd have been like, Garth, I swear I didn't get it. Like, they'd have been like, me. Right, yeah, you didn't get it.
Sure you didn't.
So I opened it up in the parking lot, and there was a note in there from him.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
That is so cool.
And so when did that happen? That was during the pandemic, so 2020?
That was I didn't receive it till August of 2020, the first one. Yeah.
Wow. And then, so fast forward, so then it's February of 21 when you had to return it.
Right.
And so what happened then?
I had to send it back for his birthday. So I made sure I sent it back at the end of January, just to make sure that it got there. And I didn't know how long it would take for him to get it. So I sent it back at the end of January, and then his first, like, he's on break that month of January for Christmas in January. He's usually not there. So anyway, his first show back that year of 21 it was the day after his birthday, and he was wearing that Life is Good shirt that I just sent him back.
Oh,
dang, that's so cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
And then I didn't think, obviously, that he would keep it going. Like, I thought, well, he got it back, and that's the end of it,
One and done.
So he came to, because it was his birthday, and I did a birthday tweet, and he came to my tweet, and I sent, like, happy birthday and thanked him for the Life is Good, sweatshirt and everything. And he said he was going to continue the tradition. So I got another one.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
So that was in February of 2021. So did you then get to keep that one for almost a whole year before you had to return it?
Yes, I got to keep it for a year. So I got to send it back for his birthday in 22.
And what did that one say? What did the second sweatshirt say?
The second one was a Wasso baseball shirt. I think that's where he raised his kids. Wasso is Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the nearest big town. It's where Target and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now February of 22. So that was just like 2 months ago. And so then in January of this year, I assume then you returned the second one
Yes.
and tweeted him again for his birthday this year.
Yes, I happy birthday tweet, and I still really didn't know. Like, he had said tradition, but I don't know. He's always a man of his word, but it's just kind of like, well, is he still gonna do is he still gonna do this, or what if I did something to this shirt and I'm not gonna get another one? Like, I was very careful with it, but you just don't know, like, is he gonna? I didn't really know if it was gonna be a tradition, and I tweeted before his birthday, because he had a Studio G before February this year, because it kind of surprised me, because I didn't think that he was going to start again until February, but he did it the end of January. He got started again. But I had sent and asked Garth about if he was going to make up the show for Cincinnati, and I didn't even put in there about the sweatshirt. He said, "Hey, that's the sweatshirt, girl." He said, and then Sam had saw that the other one had been sent back already, and he said, "Yes, it's on its way back." And he said he told them that it was going to continue, and they're like, "Oh my God, really?" They didn't really think it was either. So,
That's awesome.
but he said, as long as I guess it's still on this earth, it will still continue until he runs out of sweatshirts.
I don't see him running out of sweatshirts anytime soon.
No,
Right.
he's a sweatshirt guy.
Yeah.
You will definitely have a life full of sweatshirts.
Right.
That is so fun.
And so you're wearing one right now.
Yes. Yeah. So the third one is his alma mater, LSU sweatshirt.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Well, if you don't mind, did you take a picture of it after you got this one and put it on Twitter? I think I remember seeing that.
I did.
So
yes.
if you don't mind, I'd love to put that on our website for everybody to go on and see a picture of it. That would be awesome.
I don't mind. Yep, that's fine.
Awesome.
That is so great. I will link to your tweet on it too.
Okay, cool. But yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. It's almost surreal, I've gotten 3 sweatshirts, and each sweatshirt he writes a letter with it.
Aww.
And I've framed. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've framed. It's on the wall. One of them's on the wall back there. The letter, and I do I put the pictures that I've been on Studio G with it, and I'll frame it and put it on the wall with the letter.
God, so cool. That's so cool.
That is
I would
so
too.
cool, right? Yeah. That is amazing. I think it's one of the things that makes Garth stand out from everybody else is he does this kind of stuff. I don't know of any other celebrity. And I think I mentioned this in our podcast where we talked about how we were going to have you on. I don't know of any other celebrity that's ever done anything like this. This is the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to him all those years ago. It's just his love for the fans. There's just no one. I could put him up against anybody. There's just no one like him that loves his fans,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't hear anybody else out there telling his fans, thank you for his life or her life as much as you hear Garth saying it. I genuinely think that he honestly feels that way. And things like this just prove that,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I
Okay,
agree.
I got the most important question. What do they smell like? Are they clean?
You're such a weird.
They smell like cowboy. I mean, what is it? What do we got going on here? Because I'd be the first guy. I'd be like,
I did smell them.
yes. See? I told you.
That is everybody's question. What do they smell like? But The first one that came, honestly, it just smelled like it. I think it had been in the box for a while because it kind of smelled like the inside of a box.
That's cowboy.
And then the second one smelled freshly laundered. It smelled like he just had washed it and sent it. And then this one, it didn't have a smell. So I don't smell any cologne or anything. I was hoping for that.
Yeah.
You know, Trisha, she probably drags it off of him and washes it before it ever makes it out the door.
That
right?
thing before you send it to somebody.
Yeah. Wash it, dry
Yeah.
clean it.
Trisha's like,
Awesome.
no, don't take that out of the dirty clothes.
Well, this one, it came in a really in a box, and I think it was really pretty tissue paper. So I think she had something to do with that tissue paper. That it was really pretty gold tissue paper.
Yeah, I bet she is
awesome.
involved. That sounds like her. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the first one that he sent me, I got a message, and when the Facebook Live, when he was doing it, Trisha messaged me in there and said to be careful because that was a gift from her. So then I was really nervous about getting it.
I would have been really nervous about that too.
I'd be like, you know what? Since we're on this whole talking thing, Trish, why don't you take this one back and just send me something that he's got hanging up somewhere? I don't want to ruin this thing. I'll take anything at this point.
Exactly. It is kind of a little bit nerve-wracking because you're thinking, oh my God, what if I ruin Garth Brooks' shirt?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
You're like, can I have a no pressure one, please?
Yeah,
Right.
Could you imagine just wearing it, doing day-to-day activities, and then somehow a cap of bleach falling down and splashing it, and it comes back with bleach spots all over it? I couldn't do it. I'd be so worried.
Now you're going to make her all nervous. Don't make her nervous.
I do keep it in a garment bag, zipped up and hanging in my closet in my room. So,
that's very considerate.
Yeah, I don't wear it a lot, and it's this one he sent me it's so comfy, but it's very heavy, so I get hot pretty easy. So I don't wear it too much unless it's kind of cold out. So
yeah. Well, and now going into this time of year.
Yeah. Like the last one I went to Nashville last July, and they're like, oh, you should wear a sweatshirt. Oh my God. It was 104 degrees down there. I would have died.
Oh my God. Well, I am super excited for you that this is happening. I think it's amazing. I think you're super lucky, but also I think Garth is lucky too, because he has fans like you that reach out to him and, they're dedicated to him. And I know he is so thankful for that. And so I think then in a way, this is his way of repaying that kindness. And I think that you both deserve each other. I think he deserves you as a fan, and I think you deserve him as an idol, someone to look up to, because I know we do. That's why we do this podcast. And I think he's proven just by doing this that our time is well spent talking about him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good point, Deb. That was well said.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's also it goes a long way, as far as who Darcy is as a person, because the truth of the matter is he's got millions of fans and we all know it. You can take more fans that had this opportunity with the agreement to send it back, and he'd probably never see it again. So for somebody, you say that Garth gives you his word. The truth of the matter is you were the bigger person for giving your word, because it had to have been a lot more for you to take that opportunity and hoping that this tradition would continue on and send it back in hopes that you would get another one. And by doing that, look what it's done. It's created memories that you will have forever. And, me being just so envious of it, I am so excited for you. That is awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all that.
And I truly appreciate you being willing to come on and talk to us about it, because I know, podcasting is weird. Not everybody does this. It can be scary. You're going, I don't know what I'm doing, but we have so much fun doing this. And I'm so glad you joined us, because it was so much fun having you on. Absolutely. And I think our listeners are going to love to hear your story. So I'm super excited that you joined us.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I appreciate talking to all you guys.
Have you checked out our website at garthology.com yet? If not, stop by today and check out our past episodes and bonus content. And remember to subscribe to our podcast on your podcast platform of choice. Be sure and share us with everyone you know. That way you can help your friends in low places become Garthologists too.
And speaking of friends in low places, if you guys are on social media, if you enjoy using Facebook, we are at facebook.com/GarthologyCast. And if you are on Instagram or Twitter, we are at GarthologyCast there. We do appreciate the shares, the likes, the tweets, the retweets, and all of the direct messages. The interaction is awesome, and we appreciate the support. So thank you, everybody.
Join us for our next episode of Garthology, which will be Season 3, Episode 12, which will be available on your podcast platform of choice on May 17th. Until then,
this has been Season 3, Episode 11 of Garthology, and I'm Deb.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Jess. And we'll see you guys next time. I told you I was going to do an awkward pause. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah. As soon as she started looking at the camera, I knew it was coming.
Finish it! Finish it!
I think I'm going to request for him to send me a pair of his boots. Can't take the smell out of those.
You're so sick. That's awful. Oh my God.
Hey, you want to trade cowboy boots?
He does not want to trade cowboy boots with you.
How awesome would that be?
After I seen somebody say they wanted his socks.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
I don't know why the boots are okay, but the socks sound disgusting.
I love Garth, but I don't want anybody's socks.
Right.
I don't want your socks. I don't care. Unless you're bringing those socks to my house, Garth, I don't want your socks.
Good, I'll take them. Send them this way.
Oh.